Hello everyone, I'm Keare and I'm going to be doing some more Doki Doki. Yeah, hides a gruesome horror game under its cute surface, yeah. Yeah, I decided at first that I wasn't going to play any more of this until later on, but with things how they were, over the course of like 6, 7, 8 hours after my last stream, let's just say I think I'm better off playing more of this game. I think I'm better off playing this game over other than League of Legends or Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because at least in this game you can't fucking lose. Or at least as far as I know. So resuming where we left off. Also, there might be people that you might hear in the background. That's because I have a whole bunch of people over. They're not for me though, they're for my roommates. They're over playing some games and stuff. Anyways. Yeah, sorry if I can't exactly get into the voices as I was before. But anyways, here we go. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you none of a fan of that sort of thing, Keare? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Even horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Whoopsies. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. That's a bit It's a bit much, but I guess. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, so this is how we're doing, okay. I mean, this is an interesting angle. I didn't even know there was like a little desk there too. Like the little, this thing right here. If you can see it. Alright. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're all even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading it, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see you into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some kind of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Keare, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Oh, wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Ellipses. Not really a smooth talker, are you? I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh, okay. I thought that already happened, but I guess not. We might not have had enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Smack! Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slipped it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well now that everyone's ready, why don't you go find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I mean, I wrote it for Yuri, so... I think... Yeah, that's probably a good point. Yeah. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. And the end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing into even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might even take you some time, but all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh, continue. Poem on sun. Continue. Okay. Ghost under the moon, under the light. Wow, I was about to say moonlight, but there's no moon. What the fuck? All right. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streamlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The air thickens? Oh, flickers. The light flickers. I flicker back. Aha! Alright. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Dude, it's fucking cursive, and good cursive at that. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Keare. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, it's about her. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I didn't. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Keare. Me too. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, I can see how this is going. I can see how this is going. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, show it to Sayuri. This is a good poem. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm not the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's just like I said before, Keare. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Ooh, ooh. I could see some things from that. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better by myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't but next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Monica. Hi, Keare. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid of bringing things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm much more settled in. Holy shit, I drank 2 cups of coffee over the course of like 7 hours. How am I still tired? Anyway, why don't you share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Keare. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Keare. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring, and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you to find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What? There's so much in this! What? The meaning! Where's the meaning? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That sounds like some... I don't know. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's coming out kind of strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're reading a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. Keare, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you're actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. You all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Huh. Alright. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Or are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point for poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? One second. My eye. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Keare did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer. I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Ooh, here we go. This is where it's getting a bit juicy like fucking bacon. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Keare liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Oh, okay, so... Okay. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Keare appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh, fucking shooting off guns here because they're fucking firing shade at each other. Holy shit. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose booze magically grew a size bigger as soon as Keare starts showing up. Oh, jeez. This is getting... I don't... Okay. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Keare, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The reason you should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Keare. Oh wait, there's a reason we had so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting oneself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Keare? Well... how'd I get my... Oh god. Oh gosh. How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be... I'm gonna be all out for Yuri here. Natsuki? You're right that I liked liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Yeah, see? Okay. You know, that's nice. Yeah. That's not what happened at all. Yeah, it was. And Yuri wouldn't even take my poems seriously. I understand. Yuri. Eh? Yuri's a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. See. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ugh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. I mean, they kind of are anyways. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Wow! Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Wow! How can people be so fucking pent up on just literature? This is just literature. Why is it so emotional right now? Alright. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? Oh, how could anyone not have gotten okay. Yeah. You handle it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Keare. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So... Eh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Keare, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Keare! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, about between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Keare, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, we're doing again? Okay. Disarray. Depression. God damn it! She likes wrath. Existence. Fantasy. Oh, god damn it, she likes fantasy. God damn it. Where'd it go? Intellectual. Essence. Disoriented. And hopeless. Why does she like hopeless? What? God, what is up with her? She seems to be worse off than her. I mean, she's like, I'm so smart and intellectual, and I like deep meaning of things. But then she's like, I like hopelessness and death. Like, fuck off. What the fuck is this? Okay. Incapable. Alright. Philosophy. Heaven sent? Yeah. Determination? Judgment. Atone. I mean, I'm kind of doing the same things again, but yeah. Misfortune. No, what? What? How is she like misfortune? What the fuck is this? Frightening. Secretive. Tragedy. What the fuck? Why does she like tragedy? What the fuck is this? What the fuck, Sayuri? What the shit? What the shit? What? What? Okay. Okay, she's not even like a romantic at all. She just loves death and destruction. What the fuck? Another day passes and it's time for club meetings already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Keare. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Yeah, simple my ass. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money to buy in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Ooh, deductive! So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel so guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Baka. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Keare to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. That's a bit much. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayuri, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Oh god, there's like always the subtleties and just how dark this can get. Holy shit! Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come here if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. That kind of is true. What the fuck? Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Baka. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Even though you assassinated me with that cookie. Sayuri hugs the... What? What? Why? Why you hug the cookie? Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayuri clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was worried there for a second. I was worried that this was going to be some Umineko no Nakokoro ni bullshit. Or not Umineko, fucking Higurashi. Oh, God, that would have been shit. If that was Higurashi shit right there. Also, fucking... sorry for my weebness there. I literally just said two... manga, or not manga, but like visual novel names right there. Umineko no Nakokoro ni and Higurashi no Nakokoro ni are both of the same series, and it's really nice. They're a light novel, which is also really deep and dark and shit, but probably not nearly as subtle as this, that's for sure. Anyways, you're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off of her. Oh. Suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Wow! You savage! Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Wow, you are such a sneaky little bitch! Holy shit, Sayuri! Mouthful, Sayuri trots away safety. Wow! Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the classroom. Oh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard of anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had to do something today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, thank God she's okay. I'm worried, like the moment that I don't see someone here, I'm worried that they're even here, alive. Because I'm expecting this to drop up, or not drop, but like escalate to 100% in like a fucking screen. In like a fucking text. Because this game likes to escalate quickly, in a way. Like, holy shit. Ah, there you are. Ooh. And yeah, I still yawn. I didn't mean to be so late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Eh? Oh my god, so many E's. Fuck. My voice. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. Ooh, gosh. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. That's... God, I'm like always so suspicious of everything. Why am I so suspicious of everything? Like, literally the game says on the tag, psychological horror. So I'm like always suspicious of whatever anything means. Like, oh yeah, I'm just out playing piano, don't worry. Like, and then there's like probably a fucking body stuffed in that goddamn piano. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... You know, Monica's just like, eventually one day she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I was just being the janitor for one day, cleaning up dead bodies. What? No, just cleaning up the halls. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Oh man, she's trying to impress me so much right now. Well, subtly. God, like, I can't stop saying it. It's subtle, dark, deep, suspicion. Like, fuck. Hey, cat. Hi. Did someone, like, try and text me? Okay, never mind. Nope, it's all good. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Keare. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. Didn't you? Oh, I guess. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. Thanks very much? Shouldn't it be like thank you very much, or thanks? I don't know. Maybe my English isn't all that great either. If there's one thing that can make my reading time and hear any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. But then Natsuki's there waiting for her to snatch her neck and snap it. I follow and watch, and she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's the kind of one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monika, please mind your own business for once. BAM! Shot! Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Keare in club activities? Eh? Defense measures activated. Holy shit. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Keare. Wow! Yuri! Please! Like... You see this shit, right? You see this? Let's go, Keare. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Keare, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Well, I guess. I mean, just in that current situation, it was just like... I mean, again, you could probably just... Situations like this would be better if we just be a little nicer to each other. Like, fuck. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of a friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Keare, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. And there's a murder. Just kidding. Keare, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, oolong tea is pretty nice actually, yeah. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle to 200 degrees. I'm assuming Fahrenheit. Yeah, it has to be Fahrenheit, because there's no fucking way it's going to be like Kelvin or Celsius. No fucking way. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more pressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. Aye, and you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Keare. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I want Yuri to pour a cup of tea for each of us. Keare, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, okay. I guess. Eh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at the desk. That makes sense actually, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, as I do my best to manage it. Now, why would she have back pain? Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while Oh, it's probably because, yeah, she probably got big breasts. That's probably it. That has to suck. Yes. Oh yeah, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayuri's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yeah, ooh, gosh, maybe I should do that sometimes. One second. Someone messaged me on Telegram. Anyways, continuing. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position last time, each holding one half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see it well. Yuri signs closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. You're a teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. At least she doesn't think, or she doesn't show it. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Eh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. And then I can just feed it to you. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. Oh, nice. It's even like a little animated thing. Huh. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if this situation was completely natural. Interesting. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. That's a small-ass chocolate. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Keare. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really into this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just please give me more chocolate. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Wow. 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 Holy crap. I see. The situation has gotten really tense, like almost every other 5 minutes in this story. Also, I smell pizza and I want it so bad. But probably after this scene is over, I'm probably gonna get some pizza because I'm fucking hungry. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she just can't. That even she can't focus right now. My heart is pounding. Doki Doki. Oh, okay. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh. Okay. That was sudden. That was sudden. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Keare, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell was abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Also, how are the other, three doing? Because, Monica, Natsuki, and Sayuri could also just see us doing this kind of shit, and it's like, how are they not interjecting in the middle of it, except for, when Monica just said, hey, let's all read poems, huh? Alright, as usual, I'm going to give it to Yuri first. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Keare, this one might be even better than yesterday's. Wait, so it considered that to be yesterday, but then it seemed like earlier it meant it was a bit more than just a day. It seemed like it was maybe a couple more days than that, maybe a week. I don't know. The concept of time is a little weird here. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you that the kind of technique's worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. This probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, that just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. I only really write for myself. And besides, people just laughed at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Ellipses. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The wreck. Ooh, Jesus. Alright. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm really projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. Oh, I know the conditioning, I just can't really pronounce it because the cursive, I can't... sometimes that cursive really gets me because I can hardly read most of the cursive, let alone write it. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I can see... I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. Indeed, yeah. I can't tell if you're sweetening up a raccoon to eat it, or I'm just really thinking this in the wrong way. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I guess? I mean, I guess it... yeah, I guess. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. I mean, I can, but... That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express that way it feels for me to indulge in more of my unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Keare? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Keare. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I should look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you are to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. And I am probably going to leave that for now. So, I'm going to go and get some food because I haven't eaten in a while, or really at all today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys when I'm going to stream next time. I might be doing more tonight, who knows. Anyways, goodbye.